Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark from the United States.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mark from the States. How are we doing today? I'm doing fantastic. I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for coming. I've got this big fake catch. Come on back. We're going to continue on with our state visit. Look at everything that kind of went on. These are highlights. It's from the Royal Family Channel. 2 links below take you to the channel, take you to this video. Please use them. Please go support them. It's important that you do. I don't want to, it's going to be another long one today, so I don't want to sit and ramble. In fact, I mentioned yesterday that I talk too much, and I do. In fact, I just got another comment about how I rambled on for so long. It's true. I do. I must love the sound of my own voice. So let me just go ahead and say I apologize. Anywho, a couple things before we start. In yesterday's video, I made the comment of the guys when the carriages were going around the quadrangle, and there were the guys that were standing there, and it looked, I thought, were like a broom and like a scooper kind of thing. So I said they were there to pick up horse poop. No, they were there holding the blocks to put under the, for the wheels of the carriages so the carriages don't roll away. That makes way more sense. And I was corrected there, and I just, every time someone says it, I just chuckle. And I'm like, God, it's so weird that's where my mind went. Oh yeah, they're there to pick up horse poop. So I forced myself to look, oh, that looks like a broom. That looks like they're there to keep the dirt gravel road path inside the quadrangle. They're clear of horse poop. So, whoops. So that was funny. And yeah, a lot of great comments. And it was very informative. A lot of things you guys pointed out that I'd missed, and just, yeah, excellent. So thank you to all of you. Perfect. Okay, just like that. I've already talked a bunch. Got a long video. Let me jump out. Here we go. All right, I'm in the box. We're continuing on now. I believe they've gone inside, and I'm not sure. Let's see here where they're at now. I guess they're gonna. Oh, I don't know if. Well, anyway, I'm gonna shut up. Here we go. So this must be right when they walk in, they go right into here. It's just an amazing place.
So this is some early material from watercolors of Mark Hayes, which is the first illustrated natural history of humanities.
The library's full of wonderful, delicious grapes. They're so good.
Thank you.
And that would be
So we have some examples of Georgian peasants from the Royal Archives. These just don't really relate to the American. We have a couple of letters from the This one in particular, he's Singapore is inevitable.
Oh, well, that's great. Well, you called it.
so these are one of the natural history illustrations.
The maps, do you?
Yeah, the map show two particular conflicts.
What are they looking at? I wish I could see what they're looking at. Oh, hey. I heard him say John Adams.
Yes.
Look at the fireplace. Oh, wow.
Have cutting-edge transatlantic communication.
This was the original
In
ticket
the
tape.
19th century, British and American entrepreneurs and engineers made the cable and this message. Victoria's under the Atlantic, the cable.
That's great.
Ticket tape.
That was the beginning, right?
This is the beginning of
It came out.
communication. This is very touching, the letter of condolences that President Lincoln sent to the
That is so amazing. Yeah. That is really, that's the real deal.
It is, and it's defining the special relationship for the very first time.
Sure wish I could see what they're actually looking at.
1939, the first visit by
I mean, you can take the hat off now, right?
And then you have a couple
Everyone else has. Marco Rubio.
of apples in the
He gets to get in there too, huh?
Are they that size?
Well, these letters were 1687.
They were written in terms.
Yes,
Am I to believe that the royals have not seen these before? I imagine they rotate through different exhibits and whatnot. It really, I'm under the impression this is their first time seeing it. I hope so. So they, and I, from what I think a lot of you have said as well, they're tailored, geared toward who the dignitary is, who's visiting. So this, I heard him say John Adams earlier, so it's probably some early founding father type stuff, maybe, and the connections between the states and the UK. Gosh, I wish I could see. I wish I could see what they're looking at.
here is an essay.
Still going strong. This gentleman.
Okay. An amazing room. I mean, just what I can see in the background. Beautiful.
Is that actually the original? So how is this stored?
How does it work? Well, it's a very special box wound around it. But probably work out the ways each letter is inked. So you just can spot the letters. It's an attempt to re-establish
The whole message.
it will probably be these
Probably a stage.
That's one message.
So this has to be stored in a special. So if we want to remember it, they will do it again.
These.
That's brilliant.
This is a very
and then British Navy or somebody else sinking.
In a very verbose way. But it is quite going out of his way to say not only external statements, he describes the British
Yeah, you can't hear. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just kind of move forward since we've already kind of seen dignitaries. Oh, here we go. That's the beast. There we go. Nice. Doors are so thick. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to fast forward to this as well. Okay. Okay, this is, oh, where is this? Oh, is this the, so is this where, gosh, I hate to say it because if I'm wrong, but is this where Queen Elizabeth? We like your country? Is that what he's saying? I can't. Huh. And the photo with the children. Now, what is... I really wish you'd take the hat off. I mean, at this point, nobody else is wearing a hat. I'm getting a tour of it. Oh, wow. Look at that. It is. I agree. It is beautiful. Wish I could see more of it. Oh wow, look at that. Oh. Where are they going?
So some of those ones up there date back to the 14th and 15th century. But here is Winston Churchill's coat of arms, and this is where he sat. It was made of member of the whole. Yeah, that's right. So from 1953, he was made a member of the Order. And that just marks the space of all the other people who sat here. So some of the that's right. So once it was given to them, it was theirs. But the ones at the top were much earlier dated. But I'm really showing you what the top.
That is amazing. I'm not sure if I've seen this before. Maybe. It somewhat looks familiar, but it still has that, when I see it, it's just, wow. You know, it just gives you that feeling of just you're somewhere special kind of a thing. It just looks amazing. You're gonna have to let me know. I cannot for the life of me right now remember the name. I want to say St. George. I could be wrong, but this is this where Queen Elizabeth is buried? You'll have to let me know, because I know he wanted to lay a wreath where she was. So, but being shown, you know, he's a big fan of Winston Churchill, as you all know. He's got the bust that he brought back. The previous president removed it. Previous two presidents, I think, well, other than him, have removed the bust. He brings it back in when he's in office, that sort of thing. So, which will lead me to another thing, as someone had mentioned, him and changing the Oval Office and stuff like that, and to what he likes, which is a lot of gold. Kind of tacky, I think, but that's what he likes. The next president, you can decorate it however you want. So the actual bones of the walls and the building itself, those don't get changed, but the decorating of the Oval Office or whatever, each president, they take everything out, and when they come in, they design it however they want. So when he's gone, I'm sure a lot of the gold pieces and stuff like that, you know, get removed. Who knows? But it's interesting, her showing him where Churchill sat, and I can't really make out or hear what she was talking about, what's on the walls there. But my goodness, if you could just spend time walking in there with this woman explaining that stuff, oh my gosh, how cool. I did hear 1400s, which for me seems forever ago. So it's just it's hard when there's no narration, but you're also getting kind of an unfiltered view in a way. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward, okay? I think they just it is beautiful. I agree. Are they gonna do anything else?
Look at his palms here. here for a moment, sir.
So this is
Yes.
Turn around.
If you come to this end, you can see. So this, when the Prince Philip died, there was that very iconic photograph of the Queen sitting in isolation over there. And then when the Queen died, the King was there. She was there. Yeah. And then when the Queen died, that's where the King sat. And of course, at the end of the service, very slowly and very solemnly, the coffin lowered into the vault after the crown had been removed. But you might recognise the cipher. So this was excavated in the time of King George III, quite a well-known king in American history. He's one of them.
And this is it?
So that's the entrance to it.
So that's the entrance, so you have a vault there.
We do. So
People go down.
not very often. Not very often. No. There are 10 British
Oh, I see.
plus 18 so we have 11 British models. It's very special for us to look after.
It's a lot of history.
It's a lot of history. It is. And sadly, we haven't got time to do all of it today.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's a great job you've done. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
So,
Since I know that you're keen on
so if I can understand what she was saying, what we see here on the floor, that is the entrance to a vault. That's King George III. He nodded his head like he knew who he was. I'm assuming he did. That's the king during the 1776 time period. That there's actual, I think I understood her that he was asking, can you go down in there? So that there's like a whole vault underneath the floor there. Oh my gosh, it's just mind-boggling. I'm gonna probably need a lot more information. I'll just leave it at that, but just incredible. Oh, Melania is under the hat. There she
They
is.
all allude to the good works of Prince Albert, Queen Victoria's husband. And you can see this trade and industry, innovation, art and crafts, all things that we're jointly so interested in, keen to improve.
What a place.
What a place, exactly.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. This is Thomas.
Very good job.
Thank you very much. The Dean will
This was a great honor.
Very cool, though. I mean, yeah, really cool. Here we go. They look like they're ready. Don't touch him. He's a touchy guy. He likes to touch everybody. for you royal aficionados, would someone be briefed if you're going to meet the king or any extension of the royal family? Is it generally common to be briefed on protocol, what not to do, what do not do this, don't ever look them in the eyes, or in this case, don't touch the king, or is it just guidelines of this is where you stand, he walks in front of you, because you can see, and rightfully so, there's no complaining here, but you can see, and not just with Trump, but with other dignitaries, they're kind of second guessing their movement. Like, do I sit first or do I walk first? Do I wait for him or her or whoever it may be? And since they're doing so much in such a short amount of time, with the dinners and what we're going to see, I think this is where the music is going to be. Are they reminded, hey, maybe a little less, patting on the back, touching the arm, that sort of thing, or do they just let it just kind of go as, I imagine the king, he's been amazing through this from what we've seen so far. He's just like, I loved it when they were inspecting the troops, how the king pushed on the president. It's like, all right, you don't need to talk to everybody. let's keep this going. We got a time schedule here, or schedule, I should say. So I'm just curious, because it's not just with this president, but you see it with others from around the world who are there. They are just kind of, they're not all, but there are times when they just look like they're not quite sure what to do. So it's interesting. We talked about maybe doing a separate video with the bands, or not the bands plural, but with the music. I believe this is this is what I'm talking about. So we're gonna watch this now. The red arrows. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. We will be doing a separate video with I think they're going to cut a lot of the music out in this video. So just FYI, someone had asked, were things, snipped out or edited on my part, and it's the video. So we'll have to go and do just this portion of it separately, so we can hear the music and stuff like that. So we'll have to find a video that just has this music. But this, I know they were scheduled to do a joint with some F-35s. That would have been, I would have lost it. That would have been so cool. But because of the cloud cover and the weather and safety concerns, not for these brave chaps. They're still going to fly the red arrows. Good thing the colors are the same, red, white, and blue. That worked out, right? But yeah, there's an iconic shot of these guys flying over Windsor that just looks amazing. And in fact, if I see it, I want it to be the thumbnail for this video. So let's go. Oh, look at that. Boom. Is that good? I love it. I'm going to go a little bit more. Oh. That looks pretty cool. Does that not look freaking awesome? Okay, so we're going to do a quick screenshot here. Full screen. Okay. Thank you for being a part of that. That is amazing. Whew. Amazing. In this performance, the Old Guard, the U.S. Army Old Guard, fife and drums or whatever, beating the retreat. I'm sorry, yeah, that's what this is called. The Old Guard's right here. This is the U.S. Army. Oh, wait, we gonna get more? Okay. Old Lang Syne, right? Is that really how he claps? That's terrible. There we go. That's better. Oh, we got a Keir Starmer spotting. Ah, nice. It's always good to see Mr. Thompson pop in. Oh, Scott Bessent's there. Okay. Now, I've seen this guy here many times. He's security for the king. He's like one of the main, he's like the main guy, I believe. Oh, is that Monica Crowley? Yeah, the wind, not... The wind is gonna just do a number on Trump's hair. It's gonna prove that he doesn't wear a toupee, I guess. Oh, look at him. You see that? You got me? Pointing to his ear. Oh, I like this. It's cool that he gets to meet Let's say those are U.S. Air Force, yeah? That's cool. This sort of thing. Oh, see Thompson and the security guy saying, keep an eye on that guy there. Yeah, I believe this is, yeah, that's United States Air Force. It took me a minute to see the patches. Interesting. What a cool moment. Oh, salute. Very cool. You could spend hours. Just talking to people. But we're on a time schedule. Love the interaction. Yeah, he's like, Johnny's like, we gotta get going here. we gotta keep it moving. Yeah, we'll go back and watch the musical performance in full in another video. I do want to see it. Personally, I think if Trump is having, if it truly is a toupee, he should just ditch it. If he's bald, let it go, man. Come on, just do it. Ah! Oh, okay. Look at that. All right, so we've moved now inside. They've allowed some time to rest, right? Take a nap, I would imagine. I don't know if Trump ever sleeps. But this is just remarkable. The amount of time and effort and painstakingly care of putting this table together is just remarkable. Now we've seen in the what it takes for a state visit video of the attention to detail, and they didn't go into too much on how they decided where people sit. That would be an interesting video on the process of who sits with who, right? Because you don't sit with the person you came with. You don't sit, meaning, i.e., your wife, your partner, your whoever, your husband. You don't sit with them. You're gonna probably sit across the table from them, but you're gonna be next to someone else. So we all know that Princess Catherine drew the lucky or unlucky straw. She was sitting right next to President Trump, and of course, President Trump was enamored by her, and who could blame him? Beautiful woman, and then his wife, who's probably staring Melania's across the table, keeping an eagle eye on. But you know, she got to sit, I believe, next to William, who's you know, pretty handsome fellow too. So, and he's taller than her husband. So there you go. I know. We have turned into the gossip channel. All right. It's just, of course, the outfits. Here we go. Talking about fashion. It's not just what makes this truly amazing. It's the hall that they're in. The length of this table. I mentioned in the last video. Some royal reporter was saying the table's like 2.5 Marine One helicopters long. Looks like up here they have, you know, this is where the orchestra is, I believe, where they can play some music from up there. And it's just, at this point, are in. I don't know if this is the main people, or wait, I don't know. These are all the people who don't get in it. I don't know. I don't know what comes first. They all enter at once, and then they get to mingle. We're gonna go ahead and move forward. But just the table, the room, the atmosphere is just second to none. It's just what you would see in a movie. Got some beef eaters right there, it would look like. So now, okay, so those people are already in the room, and now they have the VIPs coming in, led by these two gentlemen here. Wow. Pretty cool. I love, of course, the king with the medals, and same with Prince William, and the tiaras. I know that was such a big thing to talk about, at least from what I've been seeing, of which one do they wear. I guess Princess Catherine, she was wearing one that Princess Diana wore. So just interesting, and you can, it seems like you can make a statement just by, you know, with what you wear, obviously, but just interesting who, of course these two are going to come in together and sit next to each other. Of course these two are going to sit next to each other, and look at that, she's really making a statement here. I feel like such a fashion reporter with the bright yellow. But they both, everyone here looks gorgeous, looks handsome, yada, yada, yada. Not sure who this woman is here with William. Maybe, no, they're not together. I'm not sure who that is. It's interesting on who they would walk in with as well. And the star of the show, in my opinion. Right there, boom, the one and only, the Princess Royal, looking stunning as well. Husband, Sir Timothy Lawrence. Don't know. That last gal, she works at the White House. I do know that. So are these people already here chit-chatting it up, and then those people come in? Seems like it. Yep, here they come. I assume the band's gonna start playing, yeah? These people have no idea. Oh! Oh, I love this. This is awesome. Okay, so they're sitting right here in the middle, it looks like. That looks like the king right there. You can see Trump's hair. Princess Catherine. I don't know the gentleman that's sitting next to her. And then, of course, across you have the Queen Camilla, and you have First Lady, and Prince William's over here, and I believe you have the Princess Royals over here, Princess Anne, and we did see Sir Timothy Lawrence walk by. Does he go by Tim or Timothy? I don't know, but I believe is he down here. But it's just interesting. If you're sitting all the way down here or all the way down here, you may not even have an idea of what's going on. Obviously, down here, you're going to see him walk in. If you're down that way, oh my, it just kind of just takes me back to what I imagine these sort of things way back in the day. Are these beef eaters? Or are beef eaters only at the Tower of London? But they look similar. Interesting. Yeah, I'm finding the whole thing fascinating. Just on the politics, the logistics, the sheer scale of what goes into the decision process of where everybody goes. It's such a coordinated, just to the untrained eye like mine, it just looks like a gaggle of people who are going to be sitting down. It's a good thing they had somebody bring them in to tell them where to sit, because you'd spend an hour just looking for your name. And I could see why they already allowed the people who were sitting on the ends of the table to already be in there. Amazing, just amazing. Helped her with the chair. And now everybody else sits. Okay. Oh, that guy looked familiar too. Older gentleman. Such an interesting and start to talk. This is, what's funny is, it doesn't matter. This could be just you and your mates or your family out to dinner, or your children's assembly in school, where they all just start sitting and they all start talking at once, and you hear this just as loud talking, not being able to make out anything. And it doesn't matter, you have some of the most powerful people in the world, and you still get the same. Everybody just starts talking, and it's like, how do you even hear anybody talk? I just find it funny. That's Secretary of State Marco Rubio right here. That's Scott Besant over there. These guys are there for the meetings till the next day. Everybody shuts up. Love it.
Mr. President, Mrs. Trump, it is with great pleasure that my wife and I welcome you to Windsor Castle on this, your second state visit to the United Kingdom. This unique and important occasion reflects the enduring bond between our two great nations, anchored by the deep friendship between our people. This relationship, which, with good reason, we and our predecessors have long called special, has made us safer and stronger through the generations. Our people have fought and died together for the values we hold dear. We have innovated, traded, and created together, fueling our economies and cultures through myriad forms of exchange. We have celebrated together, mourned together, and stood together in the best and worst of times. Mr. President, as we approach the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence next year, it is remarkable to think just how far we have come. I cannot help but wonder what our forebears from 1776 would make of this friendship today.
Totally.
The rebel commander and pioneering first president, George Washington, famously vowed never to set foot on British soil. And my 5 times great-grandfather, King George III, for his part, did not spare his words when he spoke of the revolutionary leaders. Today, however, we celebrate a relationship between our two countries that surely neither Washington nor King George III could possibly have imagined. The ocean may still divide us, but in so many other ways, we are now the closest of kin. Mr. President, you have spoken of your pride in your British roots. In fact, not only have you set foot on British soil twice in the last 2 months alone, but I understand that British soil makes for rather splendid golf courses. Now, for my part, I have always admired the ingenuity of the American people and the principles of freedom which your great democracy has represented since its inception. Throughout my life, from the very first visit to the United States in 1970, and over 20 visits since that time, I have cherished the close ties between the British and American peoples. In fact, had the media succeeded in the 1970s in their own attempt at deepening the special relationship, I myself might have been married off within the Nixon family.
What?
Mr. President.
I'm sorry to pause that. What? Some of you will have to let me know. That's funny. He dodged a bullet there.
From York to New York, from Birmingham, England to Birmingham, Alabama, we are united by a common language and shared heritage. The many thousands of people from each of our countries who have made the other their home have enriched our societies immeasurably, a fact that gives me the greatest pride. Our cultural connections, too, continue to flourish, with our actors, musicians, writers, and television presenters prospering in the hearts of transatlantic audiences. Today, our alliance spans every field of endeavor and shows vast potential for growth. The United Kingdom was your partner in the first trade deal of your administration, Mr. President, bringing jobs and growth to both our countries. And no doubt we can go even further as we build this new era of our partnership. Our two nations have an exceptional legacy of shared discovery. Together we laid the foundations of nuclear science, mapped the human genome, and built the internet, upon which all contemporary commerce, communication, and defense is based. Together, our scientists and engineers are shaping the world of tomorrow, not least with new partnership agreements on technology and the prosperity that stands to bring. Our countries have the closest defense, security, and intelligence relationship ever known. In 2 world wars, we fought together to defeat the forces of tyranny. Today, as tyranny once again threatens Europe, we and our allies stand together in support of Ukraine to deter aggression and secure peace. And our AUKUS submarine partnership with Australia sets the benchmark for innovative and vital collaboration. The successes of the British Redcoats and of George Washington's Continental Army today stand shoulder to shoulder, brothers and sisters in arms, protecting the freedoms we both cherish. Our countries are working together in support of crucial diplomatic efforts, not least of which, Mr. President, is your own personal commitment to finding solutions to some of the world's most intractable conflicts in order to secure peace. In striving for a better world, we also have a precious opportunity to safeguard and to restore the wonders and beauty of nature for the generations who follow us. We share the ambition and determination to preserve our majestic lands and waters, above all, to ensure that we have clean water, clean air, and clean food. Our legacy for the next 250 years and beyond is to ensure that our children, grandchildren, and those who come after them can experience the awe and magnificence of the natural treasures found in the countryside, on the coasts, in the seas, and in the national parks established by your predecessors and mine. Mr. President, Mrs. Trump, the bond between our two nations is indeed a remarkable one. Forged in the fire of conflict, it has been fortified through our shared endeavors and burnished by the deep affection between our people. Tested time and again, it has borne the weight of our common purpose and raised our ambition for a better world. So, in renewing our bond tonight, we do so with unshakable trust in our friendship and in our shared commitment to independence and liberty. Therefore, as we celebrate this unparalleled partnership, allow me to propose a toast to President Trump and the First Lady, and to the health, prosperity, and happiness of the people of the United States of America.
before the toast, I had a chuckle. First, let me just say that sounded beautiful. I love my anthem with stringed instruments. Oh, it sounded gorgeous. But you can tell the Americans who are sitting at the table, some of them have their hand to their heart. But it's just funny watching, and they focused on these people right here, the king and the president and the first lady and Princess Catherine and so on. They're just kind of, it's like awkwardness. It's like, who do you look at? They're just kind of looking forward, trying not to like make too much eye contact with the person across the table. Look down, look around, it's just kind of funny. It's like just staring off into space or something. And we'll get to the toast here, but it's just that speech. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I did notice there were microphones because I was wondering, how did the people at the end of the tables hear? The acoustics in the room, I'm sure, are great, but there's microphones. I didn't notice those before. Great. Clink, clink, clink. Beautiful. And that champagne, I know Trump's, and we're not going to get into Trump's speech in this video. If everybody wants me to continue on with the rest, we can do another video this week to kind of finish up this state visit. But I thought the speech was really good. I'm going to go ahead and jump out. Boom, there I am. It is one of these events that there's nothing you can compare, right? I'm sure other countries like to think that they can put on stuff like this in their own way. I guess maybe they do in their own way, but nothing compares to these sort of things that we've seen over the last few days. It's just, I mean, my goodness. This is, like I mentioned, it's like what you would see in the movies that someone has dreamed up and said, yeah, how about a table that holds, I don't know, 300 people? Or however many there are there, I don't know, but it seems like a very large amount. And you're going to have all these dignitaries, the king, the president's in there, but we're not going to sit them with their spouses and significant others. We're going to put them across the table and we're going to devise a seating chart. Now, I know they put Catherine next to President Trump for a reason, and she's a stunning looking woman, and she's just, I mean, future queen. And what we hear about soft power, right? And there's a lot that goes into it that meets the eye. You know that. It's just interesting, though. Yeah, I enjoyed the speech. It was good. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. Thanks for sticking around. If you do want to hear me react to what the president says, absolutely. Let me know. We can continue on. If not, we may just move on to something else. This was fun. This is an amazing thing. It really is. Just, I could see why they only have a few of these a year, right? Just incredible. The people that Melania looked amazing. The king, queen looked amazing. Of course, William and Catherine looked amazing. And it's, yeah, pretty cool. All right, everybody. I'm looking forward to what I totally missed. I'm looking forward to what I totally got wrong. And I'm here for that. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. And, oh, by the way, next Sunday is our live stream and it's going to be from North Carolina. We'll talk more about that tomorrow or the next day. But we'll see you then. All right, take care. Bye.
Mark from the States, Mark from the States, it's Mark. And